The following is an exclusive original presentation of the 252 ESPN Radio Network.
The drive starts right now.
Starts right now.
Just living the dream.
Here's a guy who gets paid to talk.
Are you ready for the most electrifying man in sports and entertainment?
No, he didn't. I'm doing a radio show, so what? The most anticipated radio show ever.
1, 2, 3! 1, 2, 3!
Well, happy Tuesday afternoon. This is The Drive. It's East Carolina Sports Show on your ride home. I'm Mark Penicelli. He is Sam Avalos. I know. I get choked up every time they let us on the
Right
air.
at the start of the show, immediately, the second you say my name, I start choking.
What's funny is, which is really not funny, but, and nobody's going to know but me, is you got sick not too long ago, and you kind of carried a cough for like 3 months after you got. I know you remember this, and so you struggle with that. I mean, you would,
Something I live with
throat would
daily.
get raspy, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
But it's been 10 times better lately.
Yeah,
obviously.
It happens. It's going to happen again next year. It happens every single year. I'll get like the one cold or whatever it is for the year, and then it just kind of lingers forever. And I used to do a whole lot of the, like the sniff, like your little sniff when you get stuffy. I've tried to get away from doing that, but it was always so funny growing up. I always had the same thing. I'd get a little sick, and then it would just sort of linger with me and hang with me. And my brother, who is about, I think, 3 years younger than me,
Right.
he would get so mad. And I'm talking about like screaming rage. Stop sniffing! And like going, I mean, I'm talking when we were little kids. Like he was probably like 9, 10. He would like go into my parents' room, like crying and screaming, "Sam won't quit sniffing!" And I'm like, "What do you want me to do?" Just a little bit of that all day long, and he would. I'm talking. My brother would lose his mind, like needed to get checked into an anger management institution or something.
Well, I think
Love you, Spencer.
You could probably agree, though, and I've talked about this several times. I'm an only child, so I didn't notice this until I have had kids, and I have multiple kids. So the sibling dynamic that you're talking about, the things that get on your nerves from each other that don't affect anybody else in the entire unit, like your sniffing that you were talking about,
Right.
I mean, yes, I hear that all the time. Kill Chloe to stop chewing. Well, she's got to.
She's trying to eat.
She's trying to eat. It's loud. Stop looking at me.
Sniffing is a gross thing, though. Like, if you have to sit and listen to somebody else all day long, like, that's nasty.
Yes.
It is. In hindsight, I now recognize that is gross. Like, everybody in Radio Land's like, God, dude, you got to stop sniffing into the microphone.
And if you have that combined with burst of energy followed by mood swings, irritability, and tiredness, people may mistake what you're doing when you leave work.
Yes, that is
Or what
true.
you're doing going to the bathroom.
Hang on, guys. I'll be right back.
Oh, man. What we
Did you, like, do you have anything that drives you crazy like that? Like
something that
maybe
I do that drives myself crazy.
Okay.
I can't speak English. I'm a radio host who can barely say, and you've noticed this, too. Because you work
I've
with me.
never noticed that.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I stumble, say stupid things, get things mixed up.
Right.
They put me in, some random, the people, the Illuminati, put us in charge of the show. And I keep thinking every day, like, didn't they realize I could hardly speak English? I could barely get words out of my mouth. That's the worst part, too, is hearing yourself back. I think.
Yes.
I hate hearing myself back. Like, if you think listening to me right now irritates your ears, it irritates my ears. So, yes, the sound of my own voice irritates me.
Man, I wasn't trying to, like,
Get
get
into
you
a
all
deep
down on
psychosis?
yourself. Yeah, like, we still have 3 hours of show to put together here
It's not
today.
starting off well.
No, and you're already
by the end
really hating yourself.
Oh, I hate this. I hate doing this show. Why am I torturing you people?
My mom, I think, is probably, like, she could be the poster child for getting annoyed at the littlest things ever. My mom is like the kind of woman who every little thing irritates her and drives her crazy. I mean, everything from, it's the obvious stuff, the little stuff like, chewing with your mouth closed or pick up your feet when you walk. She always says that, like, pick up your feet when you're walking. I'm like, what does that mean? She's like, you're stomping your heels into the ground. I'm like, well, then why are you saying pick up your feet? Like, I'm clearly picking up my feet.
Stop slouching.
Yeah, slouching, posture, everything. And the best part is, it's like my mom thinks she's perfect, right? My mom doesn't do any of this stuff. It's like, Mom, I can hear you stomping all across the second floor of the house, but we need to pick up our feet and quit stomping everywhere. And then her biggest thing is barking dogs. We've always had dogs. We had, at one point, 3 dogs at our house growing up.
And they bark. I mean, that's something they do.
They bark, but it's not so much our dogs when they bark, because they weren't ever real barkers, but it seems like everywhere we have ever lived. And so since I've been in New Bern, well, I was born here, we lived in 2 different houses while I was growing up. Then my parents have recently moved. Every single house and every single neighbor in every iteration of said house has always had a dog who barks. Always had a dog who barks, nonstop. And my mom is the kind, like, she'll be out doing yard work, like cussing, screaming at herself about the dogs, like talking to herself. She'll go, I have seen her grab a hose and go and squirt the dog over a fence because the stupid dog just wouldn't shut up and stop barking. And I think it's hilarious because she thinks it's like it's a curse. And I'm a big believer in life that you are going to keep getting presented with a challenge until you figure out how to properly overcome that challenge.
Yes.
My mom has not figured out at any point in her life how to get over and appropriately and maturely handle a barking dog in a neighbor's house. And so with the new place that they've moved to, like 2 doors down, there's this little yappy dog. And, man, I'm talking about nonstop. This little dog, yap, 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 yap. And I think my mom's, like, ready to burn the house down and move somewhere else.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyways, love you too, Mom.
Nice.
Just to put your business
Since we've
out
all unloaded, just personal stuff on everybody. It makes
Don't
me...
even get me started on my sister.
Oh, your sister. That girl.
Do not... The worst thing you can ever wish on a young man who is growing up and having to, deal with the adolescence of growing up is make him share a bathroom with his sister who's like 2 years older than him. The worst.
What's funny is...
hair everywhere.
Oh, God. No, trust me. I live with 2 ladies, my wife, my daughter. And it's interesting you were talking about sharing the bathroom with your sister. See, she thinks that, and she's almost convinced my wife, that what she does is she uses our bathroom, the one that's, in the master, bedroom. So she'll use it constantly because the boys don't keep that bathroom clean enough. And she's almost convinced my wife, don't you think you and I should keep this bathroom and then Dad can go to the bathroom with the boys? Oh, no. And I'm like, there's no way you're kicking me out into that cesspool, okay?
Oh, yeah.
You're going to have to just suck it up. So... that's interesting. I feel like before we close out this first segment, since we've killed it properly, and listen, that's fine. I think that now's about the time that I just want to take a stand and say that everybody in the media, I don't have a lot of these kumbaya moments, but I do have my moments, and I'm not going to get preachy. What I'm going to get is demanding.
Oh, God. I think that's worse than you getting preachy.
The International House of Pancakes, which is not changing its name legally, duped us all into thinking they were changing their names. Come to find out, this was all a big marketing ploy so that they could get some publicity about them.
Because we did a whole segment on it yesterday.
We did, and we're not the only ones who were following suit. I'm hearing lots of other media people have done segments on IHOP and this media campaign because we genuinely thought something that we've all had, come on. Most everybody out there, I would say 1 out of every 1 people has eaten at a IHOP somewhere in their life. It's just out there. And so we're just mentioning, like, can you believe they're changing their name? And they're not. So, media of the world, let's unite. Let's hold hands together today, and let's demand that we go into our sales departments today and that we send every IHOP in America an invoice for what it costs to get that much content onto our airwaves, onto the radio, onto the internet, onto the news. It's time that IHOP pays for the free advertising that was a lie. I should have probably saved that for the end of the show today, but I figured since the people that don't study radio, I mean, most of you only listen to a little bit of it at a time. So most of the people that listen to this particular segment of the day, you have had to listen to the IHOP story for about 2 days in a row.
I have actually been loving the whole IHOP thing because all these other restaurants are taking to Twitter and trolling them
Wendy's
back.
is
Wendy's
fantastic.
is killing them.
Wendy's has been fantastic. Let's do. Could you have some of those?
I've got a couple of them here. Let's see. One was Whataburger. So Whataburger tweeted out, "As much as we love our pancakes, we'd never change our name to What a Pancake."
Nice.
And I've never eaten at a Whataburger. I don't know. Wendy's tweeted out, this is a good one. Remember when you were 7 and thought changing your name to Thunder Bear Sword would be super cool? This is like that, but our cheeseburgers are still better. Bunch of videos and stuff like that. I don't know.
So what do you think about these big marketing ploys? I mean, and the fact that we buy it hook, line, and sinker. I mean, even us who are media professionals. And I was telling you, one of my first early thoughts was International House of Bacon, promotional thing, ha, ha, ha. But then when they come out with the day, it's International House of Burgers. And then you wait kind of 24 hours to sort of tell me, hey, guess what? It's not really permanent. We're just sort of promoting our after breakfast hours and the fact that our menu expands beyond breakfast food.
Man, I'm really getting fed up with the internet right now. Every freaking website I go to, it says, "Oh, we see that you have ad blocker on. Would you like to turn off ad blocker now, or you can keep it on, but pay $5.99 a month to subscribe?" Blocker. Yeah, getting a lot of that. It's 3 websites in a row.
Well,
Business Insider, USA Today, and CNBC.com. Don't go there.
Oh, well, it feels like it. Is it time for a break? Do you think? No, it's not.
I don't know. Are you going to go to IHOP? Like, are you going to go?
No, we've talked
IHOP?
about this, and we're not afraid to say this.
IHOP's
if somebody,
gross food.
I have not. Is there an IHOP in Greenville? Because I don't know.
Probably.
There probably is. Listen, what I'm about to say, it absolutely echoes exactly what Sam said yesterday. But I don't want the Greenville IHOP to think that, because I've never been to the Greenville IHOP. I just know that the one in New Bern, and I don't think this is an IHOP problem. One of the things you got to realize is these are chains, and each one of them is different. You know, it's kind of how it's run. The one here, I don't think has been. The last time I went to it was very good. Was not an enjoyable experience, and I'm being very, 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 very nice about that. You know?
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's like, do you want some pancakes to go along with the hair that you ordered,
or chaw, as you said yesterday?
Yes, that too.
Now,
there is a IHOP in Greenville.
There is
3010 South Evans Street, Greenville, North Carolina.
So
probably gross.
I don't know one way or the other, but I want to keep the idea open that maybe IHOP would be interested in paying that bill that they owe us, and maybe even extending it further. So I don't want to judge anybody quite yet. But yes, I have not eaten at IHOP in a while, and I don't plan on eating at an IHOP anytime soon.
Does it ever surprise you when you drive by IHOP and it's crowded? There's like a lot of cars in the parking lot.
Because people are lazy.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, when somebody makes your food and cleans up after you.
But it's not just being lazy, because like you can go to other restaurants.
You can, but you've seen the line at Baker's Kitchen.
That's true.
That's why people go to IHOP.
Waffle House for life. The only place.
Get a sandwich shop for me for breakfast.
Too, yes.
The only time I'm going to those other places is if it's Sunday, because like Chick-fil-A, getting sandwich shop, not on Sundays.
See, Waffle House has a very distinct advantage over other breakfast joints. Like, okay, if I walked into IHOP, and I know IHOP's not that good, but I walk in and I look up on the counter and I see a sanitation grade, and it's like a
48.2?
77. Yeah, right. I'm like, okay, I'm not eating here. But if I walk into Waffle House and I see a sanitation grade that's like a 97, nah, I'm walking out. I want the authentic Waffle House experience, and with the authentic Waffle House experience, preferably at like 3:30 in the morning with, my clothes half ripped off and smelling of booze, I would like for the Waffle House to have like a D-level sanitation score.
Yeah.
I think that's where you get the extra flavor in the food.
Nice.
The grill that hasn't been cleaned in like 2 months.
Yeah, I mean, there comes a time, I don't know, again, sounds really cheesy, but as I said, I mean, and you and I do Breakfast of Champions at Ghent. Usually if I'm eating breakfast, that's where I'm at, especially because Sundays are usually my late Sunday brunch. Kids love it. You know, the one where I go all out and make, I mean, it's like the sampler plate at any sort of Waffle House, you know, where we're going to have 2 big, you know, pancakes. You're going to get eggs. You're going to get, you know, grits, bacon, sausage, you know, the big brunch so that I don't have to cook lunch later, and it justifies that nap right before 1 o'clock. Oh, 1 o'clock Sundays. You know, there's an excitement about 1 o'clock. And you know that excitement just like I do. We are a long ways from that 1 o'clock Sunday feeling. You know, sometime in September when it starts. But there's nothing like the feeling of 1 o'clock Sunday afternoon to me. Do you miss that?
I do, yeah. Sundays go by a lot slower this time of year.
This is when you get talked into stuff, you know.
Like going to IHOP. Make bad decisions like going to IHOP.
Hey, let's go get breakfast at the IHOB. We got a great show for you today. Jordan Honeycutt's going to join us. Yeah. Listen, can it get any worse?
What the hell do you want us to talk about?
There's nowhere to go. Yeah. That's exactly what I wanted to say. For everybody that's like, hey, what kind of sports show is this? What are we supposed to talk about? I mean, can we not pace ourselves? You know,
Oh, I'm embarrassed.
this isn't the sports show you come to for us to go down. So, Sam, let's break down tonight's pitching matchups in Major League Baseball.
Oh, yeah, you know, Ryan Zimmerman's WAR is really off the charts this season.
WAR? What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Let's take a break.